The Dictator 2012 is a comedy movie. It references oil, Middle Eastern conflicts. It is proper fucking hilarious and also truthful paradigms. The gamut of geopolitics. The dictator in the movie goes from being a despot in the Middle East to being in a relationship with a Jewish lesbian in New York City and having a baby. Total top tier contradicting humour. You couldn't write it any better. It really resonates with US intervention on the protege of Borat, backed by popular demand from the 2006 Borat movie. The Dictator movie is very clean cut. It elucidates America's political intervention on the political cabal and extrapolates the problems with its allies. It eviscerates through the gaze and pretext of US democracy and its tactics. It employs the US's tactics with subconscious irony. It really is fucking clever. The allusions don't explicitly state who's responsible, so the interpretations are ambiguous and insidious. All these elements are chucked into a Molotov cocktail, amalgamated into one proper shitstorm imbroglio. Now with Sacha Baron Cohen films, the films are strategically designed to cause outrage and chaos like a cosmic shit grenade, philosophical fuckery, every contentious contradictory adversary known to mankind in tribal warfare, proper batshit bonkers, whilst the creators are puppet masters watching the carnage unfold like a diplomat who's allegedly signed the wrong cause for the Treaty of Versailles, or the borders of the Caucasus, Armenia versus Azerbaijan, Karabakh region, at the carnage tier of geopolitical cataclysm, with the borders being drawn up whilst they watch from the sidelines all the clashes in the Balkans. That's proper humour and satire. It's Western culture and people clashing with General Aladeen being acclimatised to New York City. General Aladeen, played by Sacha Baron Cohen, he gained power as the dictator of a country called Wadiya, which is roughly where modern day Eritrea is, at the Horn of Africa, and he was 6 bloody years old when he took power and is an oil fiend.
El Salvador. She's a really useful member of our team. Oh, you know what? There's some in the earthquake relief box in the lesbian bathroom, right?
Useful as what? A coat hanger?
There's some in the earthquake relief box in the lesbian bathroom, right? Pretty much haven't had a white boyfriend since high school.
Well, the dark races are less choosy.
Okay, that came off as kind of offensive.
Thank you.
So the UN votes to deploy NATO airstrikes on the Wadiya nation, and they have to go to New York and sort it out. He gets shot on the head, and it's revealed that it's a body double. He's in New York City ready to give his speech, and he gets abducted and replaced with a clone. This is orchestrated by Aladeen's uncle, and Aladeen gets replaced with a body double. His clone now gives a speech to the United Nations and states Wadiya will become a democracy in 5 days. The foreign interests that are all hell-bent and galvanized on planning to extract oil from all the oil reserves in Wadiya. Now, nobody recognises General Aladeen since his abductor shaved off Aladeen's distinguishable beard, so he has to go and get a job whilst in New York City, and he meets a lesbian zealot who runs a shop with woke bullshit policies. She gives people shit for vocal cord violations, and General Aladeen gets employed at her grocer.
extradition is signed, I will be able to sell Wadia's oil rights. Gazprom, you will have control of Wadia's southern oil fields. BP, you will control the north. Exxon, you'll have offshore rights, provided you do not use BP's drilling rig.
Reserves are in densely populated areas.
Then unpopulate them.
And he's fallen off the stage.
Into a democracy.
When General Aladeen is in New York City, he is much more sensible and has common sense and is handing the Yanks' asses to them on their hypocrisy and delusion, whilst taking the absolute piss out of them. It's tongue-in-cheek. He gravitates to being in a ludicrous relationship with the shop owner, so he goes from being a dictator in the Middle East to being in a bloody relationship with a Jewish lesbian in New York City and having a baby subsequently. General Aladeen's mate, Nadal, who was the former chief of Wadia's nuclear weapon program, and he exonerates Aladeen that Aladeen never executed anybody, and the people that were to be executed on the list have been sent into exile in the United States.
Wealth. You could help your rich friends get richer by cutting their taxes and bailing them out when they gamble and lose, but would secretly be controlled by one person and his family. You could wiretap food. You could fill your prisons with one particular racial group and no one would complain. You could use the media.
General Aladeen delivers a scathing, rational, jeremiad, and merciless reality check when he is about to sign the Constitution, and his justification for not signing it is due to the prospect that oil companies will use the nation of Wadia to be used to extricate oil, like a bunch of greedy bastards. The movie calls a spade, audacious concept, totally unfiltered. It's a fuck you to the establishment. It's a clever movie, no doubt. High octane, high caliber, subversive masterpiece.